What's up, everybody? We're back on Decontamination. This is not my vehicle, as you can tell. So this is something I mentioned in a previous video. This is a guy who I actually called and was looking for an AC install inside my garage. And when he came over and saw everything, he just had this brand new truck and said, man, how about you ceramic coat my truck? I was just looking at doing that. So we kind of made a deal and a trade-off where I'll get into more of it later in the video of me doing this for him, the whole process of Decon paint correction, ceramic coating, and in turn he put in my AC. So this is a carbonized gray F150 Platinum, brand new, with the power boost. So it's really got every option on it. This is a $75,000 truck. I looked at the window sticker just to see the options. It's really a nice truck. So I used to own some F150s, and it's always been my favorite half-ton truck. But we're going to do the whole series on this. So this will be a multiple video series. We're going to start with the Decon wash. We're going to do the iron remover. We're going to do the clay bar. We're going to do the paint correction, prep it, coat it. All new coating for this. The highest quality I could find from G-Technic CSL with Evo as a topper. I'm sorry, not Evo, XO4 as a topper. So this should be a fun but long process. It's hot. It's really hot today and it's bright, so I am worried about this thing being really hot and in the wash process and that soap drying on it, but we're going to get in the garage after and do the whole process after. So let's get wheels started first and let's get rolling. All right, so I got my Obsessed Garage hose and gun, everything all set up with my active pressure washer, as you know, and I got a couple new products that I may try actually to wash these tires and all right here, but let's get it rolling. Let's rinse it first and these fenders as well. So I'm going to start with this tire cleaner. Now this is in an Obsessed Garage press-all bottle. I just moved it, but this is Adam's tire and rubber cleaner. I haven't used it, so I want to give it a chance on these tires because it's probably a little stronger than the wheel and tire cleaner, and I don't think these tires have ever been cleaned, it looks like, so we're going to make sure they're clean. So I'm putting a good bit on there. Oh yeah, and I see some browning already happening. Detail factory brush. Yeah, really brown. These are really, really dirty. We're gonna scrub them good. So when we put that tire dressing on them after, at the end, should look real good. These are filthy. Let's rinse it and see what it looks like. A lot of brown and black coming off these tires. I really do like these trucks, but I'm kind of over trucks. I've had my fair share of trucks. I love them. They're comfortable, and the room is just, at my heart, I'm not a truck guy. So I might test a little spot. So I'm just testing another spot right here just to see how brown. See, now you got some white foam. That means we cleaned really well the first time. So that's a good way for you to test. If you're still getting a lot of browning, you need to do a second pass. I got it good the first time. So next I'm gonna try this this new Sonex wheel cleaner, which is supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be a touch-free. It says spray it and then leave it for 5 minutes. Oh, it's off. Let me turn it around. There we go. It's kind of green at first. So it says leave it 5 minutes, it'll change colors. Just see what that does. Doesn't have too bad of a smell. It's green, almost like a degreaser, it looks like. And I ordered a second one too, which was called like the Beast, I believe, or something, but it's Sonex wheel cleaner, and I think it's even stronger. So I'm gonna take my wheel and spoke brush, easy detail brush. Let's get all in there. So yeah, this is a nice truck, man. The new 12-inch screen is pretty awesome, along with all the cameras it has. It even has surround sound speakers up in the ceiling, which is pretty cool. B&O system. So factory for a truck, not too bad. You don't typically see. There's this. So my last truck was a lifted F250, which was awesome. It's so big and so much to drive around all the time. And I just like the performance of a car, especially for not the same exact money. This was 75, so my M3 was 90. But you could get a nice car for 75. It depends what you need. I had boats, I've had campers. You know, I just don't need those things anymore. Or I don't have those things anymore, and I don't have any interest in getting any of those things, so the car suits me. I mean, the only negative is with 3 kids, it can get a little tight, but the majority of the time I'm riding around by myself. These wheels have a kind of a polished finish. They're not chrome. Hopefully they come out pretty clean. Let's rinse it off. So I could see some scratches in the finish. I don't know what he did or hit right there, or if he's used it off-road or anything, but definitely got a couple of scratches on it. All right, pretty good results there. What I might do is, so this wheel and tire cleaner, it's also good for engine bays. I know that. Not wheel and tire cleaner, I'm sorry, the tire and rubber cleaner from Adams. Get up in that fender well with my brush. All right. Okay, pretty good results. So I'm gonna knock out the other 4. I'm gonna knock out the other 4 tires, and then we'll get set up for Decon wash and foam. Okay guys, we did all 4 tires. That Sonex wheel cleaner actually did really well. I liked it, along with the Adams tire and rubber cleaner. So I see a little bit dripping out still right there, but I'll catch you in the rinse. So let's rinse this whole thing down, then we're gonna foam it with the Decon wash. I'll show you that, and we'll just talk some more, get this thing started. I do have a small ladder as well that I'll use to get on top. This truck really has no protection on it. I mean, there's no water beading, no nothing. I know the customer ran it through some car washes a couple times. So I told him, don't do that after this. You ruin the coating. Yes, this is a nice truck. If I had to buy a truck all over again, it would be an F-150. They just consistently have sold the best trucks in the market, I believe. I did sell Fords back, oh man, I gotta think about that, 2004 or 2003? 2003 until 2006. My years get fuzzy sometimes. This truck's got cameras all around. It's got a camera in the back that you can see in the bed. Cameras under the mirrors, front camera. So it's pretty cool, like pulling in my garage, I can see exactly. It really helps you to park well. Rinse this out a little bit. The bed's pretty clean. I hope so, it's a new truck. I've always been a Lariat fan. The trims, King Ranch is all right. Platinum's nice, but I don't know, I've always just kind of liked the two-tone in the Lariats. So my F-150s, I have had 3 F-150s. One was an XLT. My last one was a 2020. And then I had a 2020 F-250. I traded it on Lariat. And I tell you what, that F-250, I'd put it up against anything towing, because I've also had Denali Duramax diesels, which they're all nice trucks, don't get me wrong, but something about that F-150 and that engine, it pulled. It was a workhorse. So this is going to take me a few days to complete, especially 2-stage paint correction, all of the curing that the coating will have to do. So I might have it as much as a week. I told him. He said that was fine. I took half a day off of work. Today's a Thursday. I took half a day off of work. Now I'll take half a day off tomorrow to do some of it and hopefully knock it out over the weekend, but we'll see. All right, let me get my foam cannon. All right, so Decon soap from Obsessed Garage. That's what I used on my first M3. I'm gonna use it again. So this is gonna strip everything. There's nothing on the paint, but it's gonna strip everything that's on the paint. That's the whole purpose of it. Decontaminate through a wash. And for those of you who are here for the first time, as I'm just filling up my foam cannon in the rinse bucket, but for those of you who are here for the first time, it's how I came up with the name Decontamination, is out of a form of decontamination. So we just talk about washing cars and detailing products and everything in between. Might talk about work. I almost feel guilty missing work today, even though I'm my own business and I'm in control of being there or not. I just like to be there. So I met with my team this morning and kind of got them set for the day. And they can handle it on their own, but I just like to be there. All right, let's Let's foam this thing. I usually have extra foam when I do the M3, but I think I'm going to use all of it on this. That's okay, I want a bunch. I'm going to strip it well. The wind's blowing it back in my face. I want to strip it well. I don't want it to dry on the paint. Come around to this other side. To the front. And the foam is spraying on my car from the wind. Good thing I didn't coat that one yet. The wind is blowing this stuff everywhere. I decon the truck and decon myself. I've got it all over. Just part of the process. I'm gonna put some extra on this side. This is the more sunny side, which will evaporate sooner. All right. All right. So let's just give it a good wash. Now what I do also, I know my old truck used to use the power running boards, and I can get on top really easy, or get on the windshield. Or I could just get in the back, and I do that a lot too. So I put the tailgate down. Now I'll get up on the moonroof up here. It's got that huge twin panel moonroof. And I'll get the back glass while I'm up here. Again, this soap just works really well. It doesn't smell very strong, which I like that as well. The truck wasn't too dirty. I mean, a lot of just smudges and things all over it. I mean, it's just, it needs a good cleaning and protection. Get to the rinse bucket. Now I'm not going to do any drying aid or anything because I will be clay barring. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to use. I might use my clay mitt. I've got an Adams clay mitt. I've got a, I can't remember if it's Nano Skin Auto Scrub mitt. Trick to these power running boards. So if you close the door and just hold your foot, they should stay down. I remember that from my old truck. Well, I didn't wait long enough is the problem. These stay out a little longer. Should work. There we go. So now they'll stay out so you can wash them. It's tough washing when it's this hot outside. You know that sun is gonna dry everything, is just kind of inevitable. Everything else will do inside though. You just work with what you got. Do the best you can with what you got. And let's see if I can, yeah. Kind of how I used to do it from my old truck, where I can get all the way up here. My F-250, I need a ladder just to do the hood. It was just so much work to do that truck. Had a 6-inch lift on it, and the 250's already taller and higher. Do this side. A lot of bugs in the front of the truck. I did wipe the headlights first, which I didn't film. I did that last night actually when I got it. There were just so many bugs on the truck, I mean on the headlights especially, that I had some Adams bug remover and I just sprayed it and just got a lot of that off, because those suckers just stick on there. They'll ruin your day. To feel one. Kind of just use my hands to feel them. Now, if it ever happens where you get nervous, where things are getting too dry, I see the side is kind of dry already. I may just kind of mist it with the pressure washer. Just to keep it damp. The wetter I could keep it, the better. And if you had deionized water, it'd be great. See the same thing on this side, but just a little mist will help. I tell you what though, this guy's company, he came and installed an AC in my garage, a mini split, and I only went with the 12K BTU. He said he'd upgrade me to the 18 if I wanted, if this one didn't work. But I tell you what, it works pretty well, as good as you could expect for a garage, because it's so hot. I mean, lately it's over 100 with the heat index, and we're just in May. And I'm telling you, man, that thing, as soon as you open the garage, you know, it lets all the heat back in. So now it's got to start all over to catch up. And that's the problem. And once it's closed, you know, after a while, it does make a difference, especially at night. It gets plenty cool in there at night. So if I have to work at night on the truck, or my car, or anything, it'll make a big difference. See if I can get this done real quick so I can rinse. It definitely takes longer to go around it than my than my car. All right, I'm gonna open the door and get on the ends, get on the top up here. There we go. Just make sure I got that. I'll come to the other side. Then we're gonna get to rinsing as fast as we can. All right. I might do it for the rinse portion, and for the wash portion, I should say. I'm just kind of getting the top, but I'm going to come over to that side because it's in the sun. It's in the sun. The paint gets hot already. Now, if I had a covered area to actual wash, to do the actual wash, it would make all the difference in the world. Even if it is 100 degrees outside, if that paint stays cool, a little bug. So today, fix my mic. Today, my plan was to at least get the Decon wash done, possibly the iron and clay. I am going to iron remove. I'm going to spray that all over after. But hopefully have enough time to get the clay bar done today. That'd be great. Sometimes I've been filming videos for you guys and this thing will just die on me, my camera, and I don't realize it. I've thought sometimes about doing this as a business on the side, and it's just the time. You know, but he told me this was worth $2,000 to him, for me to do this whole process. Which it is. I mean, if you get somebody professionally to do it, the amount of time and work and all of this, not even talking about the chemicals, just the man hours to get it right. It's a good 30 hours to do a proper job. If somebody can do it in a couple hours, they're skipping something. Just trying to rinse out any soap left over in the bed. You got something stuck on there. Clay bar. This thing with this color should look great when it's all done. I think it's gonna look awesome. I could tell it's more of a strip wash, that Decon wash, because my hands right now, as they dry, they feel like very much less oily, greasy, you know, like less sweaty. They're just very tacky. So I'm going to get my iron remover next. I've got to finish rinsing this side. Let me just get some slack. no kind of hydrophobic properties right now. And the paint felt rough and terrible. And that's just gonna happen on new cars. I actually rather do a new car. Just from being on the rail car and transport, it's gonna have a lot of contamination on them. So I hope you're enjoying the videos and enjoying the series. This will be somewhere between 5 to 10 parts probably in videos to break it up. All right, so you'll see I converted mostly all my things to press all bottles with Obsessed Garage logos because I love these bottles. So this is iron remover, but this is actually Adam's iron remover. So I just bought their bottle and filled it up in here. So I'm gonna just spray this on the entire thing and wash it off before it dries on there. It should turn purplish. So I'm gonna use the running boards again just to be able to climb up here and get on top. Oh, it's turning purple already. I can see. Oh, my sprayer's kind of going haywire. And if I would happen to run out, I've got some Decon iron remover as well. What I might actually do is I might do this side of the truck and then rinse it. And there's some cloud coverage coming, which is awesome. It's gonna help me out. This thing's kind of spraying funky. I had issues with a couple of the sprayers, depending on what type of chemical was in there. Turning more purple on the roof than it is on the side. It's going to take a lot on this truck for sure. This whole bottle probably. Now I'll order some more. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a second there because I'm gonna let this side just sit a minute. I'm seeing it drip off. Make sure the back is good. But you don't wanna let that dry in the paint with it being hot and sunny. I'm gonna do half and half. So I'm gonna do this half of the truck. This side, iron remover. So this iron remover is just another step of decontamination. So it could be like, if you ever see little orange dots, it's like rust spots, or it could be railway dust. Just gets collected and kind of embedded on the paint, and it's not something that's going to come off by you washing it. so that iron remover will react and remove it. I'm going to rinse the wheels too, because I just want to make sure there's nothing dripped all over. I just don't want it to dry on there. I don't know what happens when it dries on there, but I've always been told not to let it dry. So I won't let it. Maybe it'll etch the paint or mark it up or something. Might be hard to get off. Just giving it a little extra rinse. I did the entire hood. All right, so I did run out, so I'm using Decon iron for the rest on the other side. So I just didn't quite have enough in that bottle to get it all done. Almost did. The Decon iron surely smells stronger. I don't know if that means it's stronger. It smells worse, let me tell you that. So if your vehicle was really contaminated, you would see purple like crazy coming off. Everything turns purple. I guess you'd see it more in a white vehicle as well. This one must not be too bad, because whether it's either product, it's not turning too purple. Let's rinse all this off then. All right, the iron remover is completely rinsed off. Ego 765 CFM. Let's dry this off as best as possible, even though it's mostly dry already. All right, that's it for the Decon wash, the iron remover in the dry. So it doesn't look too well right now because of some water spotting and just the lack of protection on the truck, but it's not the end results. So next what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get it in the garage. We're gonna get it ready to clay. That'll be our next step at the decontamination process. So stick around, I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching.